All right, everybody, welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into a platform that might just change the e-commerce game. Ever heard of Spocket?
Spocket, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been hearing more and more about it. And, I got to say, running an online store these days, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
So many moving parts, right?
Mm.
Sourcing products, managing inventory, shipping. It can be a real headache.
It really can, especially if you're working with suppliers from all over, different time zones, different shipping speeds.
Oh, tell me about it. So that's where Spocket comes in. It's a platform that aims to take a lot of that stress away, especially if you're into working with US and EU suppliers. Faster shipping, potentially higher quality, less hassle all around.
Absolutely. I think a lot of entrepreneurs overlook that, that whole supplier side of things.
For sure. So we're going to unpack all that good stuff today, see what makes Spocket tick. And by the end, you'll know if it's something you should be considering for your e-commerce business.
I think a lot of people will be surprised by what they learn about Spocket.
I think so too. So first things first, what exactly is Spocket?
Right. Getting down to brass tacks. So in a nutshell, Spocket is a dropshipping platform. And it's designed specifically for those e-commerce entrepreneurs looking to source products, but not from just anywhere. The big thing with Spocket is they focus on suppliers based in the US and EU.
So it's not like those other dropshipping platforms where your package could be coming from like halfway across the world.
Exactly. And that's a game changer for a couple of big reasons. First off, shipping times. Think about it. You order something online and it says delivery in like 3 weeks. It's kind of a bummer, right?
Oh yeah. Instant gratification is kind of the name of the game these days.
Exactly. But when you're working with US and EU suppliers, those shipping times shrink down considerably. Plus, let's talk about quality. Products coming from these regions, they often have to meet stricter regulations and standards, so that can mean happier customers and fewer returns for you down the line.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's like I'm always a little wary of, buying something online and having no idea where it's really coming from or what the quality is going to be like.
Totally. And I think that's one of the things that sets Spocket apart. They really prioritize quality and reliability in their supplier network. Not just anybody can just hop on Spocket and start selling.
So it's like they're kind of vetting these suppliers for me in advance.
Pretty much. And that saves you a ton of time and hassle in the long run.
Okay, so we've talked about the whole US and EU supplier thing, but who exactly is Spocket for? Like, who's going to get the most out of using this platform?
It's a pretty wide range, actually. We're talking anyone from seasoned e-commerce entrepreneurs to small business owners just starting out. Even dropshippers who've been doing their thing for a while can really streamline their operations with Spocket.
So help me paint a picture here. Let's say I'm, an e-commerce entrepreneur. I've already got a store up and running, maybe even a product or two that's doing really well. How does Spocket fit into that picture?
Perfect example. So imagine this. You've got this winning product, right? It's flying off the virtual shelves. But now you're thinking, okay, how do I scale this up? How do I add more products without the nightmare of renting a warehouse and managing all that inventory?
That's where Spocket comes in.
Exactly. You can expand your product catalog without the overhead. Spocket lets you source and add new products from those reliable US and EU suppliers, and they handle all the storage and shipping for you.
Wow, that would be a game changer, honestly. Okay, now let's flip the script. What if I'm a small business owner? I'm just getting started. Maybe I have a product idea, but I'm not quite ready to go all in on manufacturing a whole bunch of inventory.
Another great use case. Spocket is perfect for testing the waters. You can list products in your store without any upfront investment in inventory. You only pay when a customer actually places an order. It's a much lower risk way to see what sells and what doesn't before committing a ton of capital.
I can see how that would be super appealing to someone just starting out. Low risk, less stress.
So it sounds like Spocket's got a lot to offer different types of e-commerce businesses. But let's get specific. What can you actually do with this platform?
So we've already touched on a couple of things, but let's break it down into, 4 core functions. Product sourcing, order fulfillment, branded invoicing, and pricing automation.
Okay, let's take those one at a time. Product sourcing, we've talked about that a bit, right? Spocket has a catalog of products from those US and EU suppliers. But what makes it different from, just browsing supplier websites on my own?
Right. So it's not just a random list of products. It's a curated catalog, organized and searchable, so you can quickly find exactly what you're looking for. You can filter by category, niche, price range, keywords, you name it.
So I can actually find products that are a good fit for my store, not just random stuff.
Yep. Plus, Spocket gives you detailed product information, high-quality images, even shipping times right there in the platform. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So let's say I found some awesome products, added them to my store, and boom, I get an order. What happens next?
That's where order fulfillment comes in. And honestly, this is where Spocket really shines. Remember those late nights you were talking about, wrestling with spreadsheets?
Oh, don't remind me.
With Spocket, you can say goodbye to all that. When an order comes in through your store, Spocket automatically sends it to the appropriate supplier. They handle the packaging, the shipping, the tracking, and all of that information gets synced back to your store and to the customer automatically.
So basically, it's all happening behind the scenes. I don't have to lift a finger.
You got it. You can focus on, the bigger picture stuff, marketing your products, creating content, building your brand.
And what about keeping my customers in the loop? Do they get any updates on their order, or are they just left in the dark?
Oh, absolutely. Spocket provides real-time order tracking. So both you and your customer can see exactly where the package is, when it's shipped, when it's estimated to arrive, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, that's awesome. Transparency is so key these days. No one wants to be left wondering where their package is.
Exactly. And that kind of transparency just builds trust with your customers. It makes them more likely to come back and buy from you again.
Okay, so we've covered product sourcing and order fulfillment. What was the third one? Branded invoicing, was it?
You got it. And this is one of those little touches that can really make a difference in terms of branding. You know how sometimes you order something online and the invoice is just a plain, boring document?
Yeah, it's kind of like an afterthought almost.
Right. But with Spocket, you can create custom invoices with your logo, your brand colors, your messaging. It's a chance to reinforce your brand and make a lasting impression on your customer.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's part of the whole unboxing experience, right? If you get a nicely designed invoice, it makes it feel more like a gift or something.
Totally. It adds a touch of professionalism and personality that you just don't get with a generic invoice.
So it's those little things can really elevate the customer experience.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the fourth core function, pricing automation.
Okay, yeah, tell me more about that. Pricing is always a bit of a headache for me. It's finding that sweet spot between, making a profit, but also staying competitive.
Right. And it can be a lot of manual work, constantly checking supplier prices, competitor prices, calculating profit margins. Spocket takes a lot of that work off your plate. You can set up pricing rules, and Spocket will automatically adjust your prices based on things like supplier costs, your desired profit margin, even competitor pricing.
So it's constantly monitoring everything and making sure I'm not underselling myself or overpricing things.
Yep. It's like having a pricing expert working for you 24/7.
That's pretty amazing. So it sounds like Spocket integrates with a lot of the major e-commerce platforms out there, right?
Yeah.
Shopify, WooCommerce, things like that.
Exactly. It's designed to work seamlessly with your existing e-commerce setup. So you can connect your Spocket account to your Shopify or WooCommerce store, and everything just syncs up your products, your orders, your inventory. It's super straightforward.
Okay, so let's say I'm convinced. I want to give Spocket a try. What are the steps involved in actually getting started with the platform?
It's super easy. First things first, you sign up for an account on the Spocket website. They even offer a free trial so you can test drive all the features risk-free.
Oh, a free trial. That's always good. I like to try before I buy. So after the free trial, what then?
Well, if you decide you love Spocket, which I think you will, they offer a range of paid plans to fit different business needs and budgets.
Awesome. So sign up, connect my store, browse their product catalog, set up some pricing rules, and then it's just watch the orders roll in.
Pretty much. Spocket handles all the heavy lifting in the background.
So as we wrap things up here, I guess the big question is, for all of you listening out there, how could Spocket potentially transform your e-commerce business? What could you achieve if you had all that extra time, back time that you're currently spending on sourcing products, managing orders, all that fun stuff?
That's the real beauty of it. It's about working smarter, not harder. Spocket gives you the tools and the freedom to focus on what really matters, growing your brand, connecting with your customers, building a successful and sustainable business.
I love that. So folks, if you're intrigued, I highly encourage you to check out Spocket for yourselves. You can find all the details on our website. And hey, even if you don't end up using Spocket, I hope this deep dives give you some food for thought. Maybe it sparks some ideas about how you can streamline your own e-commerce operations, whether you're using a platform like Spocket or not.
Absolutely. It's always good to be thinking about ways to make your business more efficient and more enjoyable to run.
Couldn't agree more. That's all we got time for today, but thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time.
Ready to power your adventures sustainably? Jackery Solar Generators combine robust solar panels with high-capacity power stations, giving you eco-friendly energy on the go. Whether you're camping in the wild or preparing for emergencies, Jackery's lightweight, portable solutions keep you powered up, anytime, anywhere. From smartphones to mini fridges, Jackery's powerful battery capacity has you covered. Go green, go Jackery.